This royal price tag left an older woman in tears. Poetry English. Poetry. She stood where shadows gather, near a counter of quiet light. Her hands carried years, folded into skin, each line a memory, each breath a soft ache. The hall was wide and bright, yet silence walked beside her, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath, waiting for something unseen to speak. A royal price tag rested there, not loud, not shining, but heavy with meaning. It did not glitter with gold. It weighed like truth. She looked at it slowly, as one looks at the past, not all at once, but piece by piece, allowing the heart to catch up with the eyes. Her life had been measured, in mornings and evenings, in meals prepared with care, in doors opened and closed, in names remembered and names forgotten. She had known prices before, the price of love, the price of patience, the price of staying quiet, when the world demanded noise. But this price was different. It did not ask for coins. It asked for courage. It asked for memory. It asked her to stand without armor. Around her the air felt royal, not because of crowns, but because of gravity, the kind that bends time, the kind that makes small moments eternal. Her eyes filled slowly, not with weakness, but with recognition, as if something long lost had finally spoken her name. Without fear, tears formed like soft rain. After a long dry season, they carried dust away. They cleaned old wounds. They made space for something honest. No one rushed to her side. No voice interrupted. This meeting between woman and meaning, between age and understanding, she remembered a younger self who once believed that value was loud, that worth needed witnesses, that tears were signs of defeat. Now she knew better. Now she knew tears could be doors, could be bridges, could be quiet victories. No one applauds. The royal price tag stayed still. It did not change. It did not soften, yet somehow it listened, allowing her story to rest beside it. In that stillness she felt seen, not judged, not rushed, but honored, as if every step she had taken had led her here. Her tears fell without shame. They touched the floor like blessings, like signatures, confirming a life fully lived. She did not walk away smaller. She did not bend. She straightened gently, carrying new weight, the weight of truth, finally accepted. When she turned to leave, the hall felt warmer, the silence kinder, as if the space itself had learned something from her tears. And the royal price tag remained, quiet, unchanged, yet forever marked. By the moment, an older woman stood before it and let her heart speak. She walked onward carrying silence, like a shawl around her shoulders. Not heavy, not light, just present, as age often is. The room behind her did not follow, yet something unseen moved with her. A rhythm learned from years, of listening more than speaking, of waiting without asking. Her tears had dried, but their meaning stayed, pressed gently into her chest. Where breath meets memory, where time slows down, she thought of mornings long gone, when hands were quicker, when mirrors were kinder, when the future felt wide and unnamed. Then life taught her numbers, not written anywhere, numbers of sacrifices, numbers of nights awake, numbers of dreams folded carefully away. This royal price had no number, no shape that could be counted. It lived between moments, between what was given and what was never returned. She understood now that royalty was not distance. It was depth, not elevation, but endurance. Her feet knew the way, though she had never walked it before. They carried wisdom learned from kitchens and corridors, from waiting rooms and quiet prayers. Each step sounded like acceptance, not surrender, but agreement with time, a soft nod to reality. Without bitterness, she remembered faces, some still near, some lost to years, some carried only in thought, yet all alive inside her. The world often passed her by, chasing new voices, new faces, new noise. But she had learned the strength of stillness. Stillness had raised children, held families together, kept homes breathing, even when hearts were tired. The price tag had spoken, without sound. It had asked nothing, yet demanded everything. Honesty above pride. She had answered, not with words, but with tears, the oldest language. The body remembers. Now she felt lighter, not because pain vanished, but because it had been seen, acknowledged, allowed to exist. She wondered how many others stood before such moments and turned away, afraid to feel, afraid to be undone. Age had taught her courage, not the loud kind, but the quiet decision to remain open, even when closing would be easier. Her reflection passed a window, and she paused, not to judge, but to recognize a survivor shaped by years. Lines on her face were maps, roads taken, storms endured, sunrises witnessed, without witnesses. She smiled gently, not out of joy, but respect for the woman who had arrived. At this exact second, somewhere behind her, the royal price waited, unchanged, yet fulfilled, as if it had always known that tears were not the end, but the passage, the proof that something real had occurred. Between a life and its meaning, she stepped into open air, and the day received her without ceremony, without applause, just space to breathe. Her heart beat steady, not young, not old, simply alive and aware, and in that awareness, she carried forward, not wealth, not regret, but a quiet truth. That value is not what is asked, but what is understood in the moment one stands still and lets feeling finally speak.